Hey friends! In this video, we're going to be talking about some of the basics of creating brush lettering and calligraphy. We have a new set called the Calligraphy Duo, and it's great because you can create two totally different styles with just one marker. So on one side you have a brush tip, and you can use pressure to create different stroke weights. On the other side you have a chisel tip, and you can use that to practice more traditional style calligraphy. It also comes in rainbow colors, so you have a ton of creative freedom. So first let's talk about paper. I typically use HP Premium Laser Jet. It's super smooth and it won't fray your brush pens. I also really like graph and craft paper, and OOLY makes an awesome multi-paper sketchbook called the Paperworks. It has 4 different types of paper, including graph and craft, that you can try. So let's dive into some basics. We'll start with brush lettering. And you want to hold your pen about 45 degrees from the paper. You want to practice your downstroke, and to do that, you're going to put pressure on the marker as you're moving down on the paper. And you'll create a thick stroke. So next you'll want to practice your upstroke, and to do that, you'll put as little pressure on the marker as possible while you're moving upward on the paper to create a thin line. You can also practice other basic strokes, so those include the underturn, overturn, the ascender, and descender, and crossbar. And once you get those basic strokes, you can use those to create the letter forms. So for example, capital A is just a downstroke, an overturn, and a crossbar. So here's capital B, lowercase c, lowercase d, and lowercase e. And so once you've mastered those letter forms, you can start putting them into words. And with brush lettering, you want to make sure that each letter connects to the next. So for example, if I was writing hello, I would take the tail of the H and bring it back up to the midpoint, pick up my marker, and start the next letter, making sure that the two connect. And you'll do that for each letter. So after you mastered brush lettering, you can flip the marker over and use the chisel tip to practice more traditional calligraphy. And for this I like to use graph paper because you want to make sure that the letters are as uniform as possible. So we'll start with the downstroke. So you'll want to make sure that the flat tip is about 45 degrees from the top line, and you'll want to make sure it's completely flat against the paper. So starting with the downstroke, it has 3 separate parts. So you'll go up a little bit, down, and flick up at the end. So you'll go up, down, flick up at the end. And once you get that, you'll want to practice making an O curve using 2 separate steps. So you'll go first to the left, and then to the right. So 1 and 2. And so using these strokes, you can form each letter. So I'll give you some examples. First we'll do a capital A. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Capital B, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lowercase c is 1 and 2. Lowercase d will go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And lowercase e is 1, 2, and 3. And once you get each letter form down, you can move on to putting them into words. And with this style, you want to make sure that each downstroke is as parallel to the next as possible. So if I was writing hello, it would look like this. So both of these styles are super fun, and if you go to OOLY.com, you can pick up some free downloads of practice sheets. And there's one for brush tip, one for chisel tip, and a blank one that you can practice with. And if you practice and experiment, you'll find a style that's just right for you. So make sure you pick up your Calligraphy Duo set and start practicing today.